The eSports Report. Mr. X joined by Benson.
Howdy.
Just talked to Bio, great guy, about the AU qualifiers, the APAC region actually. More teams than just Australians there. We want to touch on the relegation tournament from yesterday. Waiting to see we have a guest from the Brazil region, so see if he can get on, talk to us about that. But we want to talk about relegation tournament 2 recap. Relegation 1. TR won that one. We saw SB and FaZe Black go out early. TR won convincingly, wasn't too close. Last night, final 3 spots are up for relegation. So if you're just kind of figuring out how that works, it's the 1 team from the other tournament, which is TR, and then the 3 teams that would qualify from yesterday's relegation 2.
The other days was an open tournament, though, so anyone could enter. Yesterday's was you had to have at least 1 pro player on your roster.
1 person in the top 100 in pro points.
Top 100 in pro points. So we saw, teams out there like Strictly Business. We had FaZe Black, Orbit, Echo, Stunner, Resurrection of Colchan, Below Zero were there. We had Fear in there as well. ISO, Isolation. We had all sorts of teams coming out yesterday. And after not seeing Strictly Business and FaZe qualify the day before, we were kind of both like, there's 3 spots to go through today.
Right.
At least one of those 2 teams should be through.
When I was with Puckett, I was like, I didn't think, I wasn't too high on Strictly Business. And that ended up proving to be correct.
All right, whatever.
You were really high on them going in yesterday.
I really thought they should have qualified. They have no excuse whatsoever. They've been doing really well in 2Ks and 5Ks. They've been doing really well in everything outside, obviously not being in the Pro League. They seem to have the motivation to grind. And in all honesty, they just did not perform. And
have you ever listened to them?
This is the thing. Yeah, I know that they have definite communication issues. That's 100% sure. Missing easy throws and uplink, definitely their worst game type by a country mile, in my opinion. But look at how they did in the COD Champs qualifier, right? They kind of cruised through it. I know you're not playing the same caliber of teams. I know that, but still, cruise through. To then blame online play as heavily as it seems they have.
Yeah, that's not.
That's not an excuse at that point because you've beaten all the same teams before.
So if you're just, it ended late last night. A lot of people might not
really
have figured out, but the 3 teams that got in from that tournament are your winners of the entire thing was Resurrection of Colchan.
Congratulations, Colchan.
So
has been fully resurrected now.
Colchan, he's been eating Chick-fil-A. He's been hanging out.
That's Colchan,
messes
Baker,
around, qualifies,
and God CBN. Those guys doing a really good job. Happy to see Baker with that.
And I mean, they went through ISO, and they went through Echo, which is Saint and Mutation, and then they beat them 3-2 to get into the finals, beat ISO in the final. So Isolation, if you're doing your math, they actually qualified as well because they were guaranteed top 2. They beat Orbit and Fear. Beat Fear in a very dominating 3-0 performance.
Which kind of surprises me a little bit because Fear looked very good.
Yeah. I think they just kind of like ran out of gas, so to speak.
And then, of course, the last team was Echo, who managed to get that 3rd spot. So then they defeated Fear in the 3rd place match. I thought Fear could have potentially taken
no XGN, no FaZe Black, no Stunner, no SB,
no Orbit.
What went wrong with SB? You are a huge SB fanboy.
Everything which could have
gone wrong.
Everything that could have went wrong, went wrong. Internal collapse, losing easy maps was definitely a factor. I mean, we didn't get to see all the games because no one was actually streaming yesterday, which was definitely a factor. But judging by the tweets at the end of the day,
they just seem at a really big disconnect.
I'm just saying after Champs, that team splits.
I watched their stream the other day. It was the qualifier 1. And within 5 minutes of watching, I was instantly like, okay, if I was playing, I would be so angry. Like, I would just be annoyed with everything that's going on. And that's, I think I said it to you, I was like, that's with me just tuning in for 5 minutes randomly on a day. I was like, if you're kind of in that situation every single day, they have to be feeling a lot more than what I felt in 5 minutes. I think they just need they need like a whole just different change of vibe, different change of scene that's just not working for them. And FaZe Black shocked me a little bit more than SB.
They were in a team house too.
3 of them at the FaZe house.
So you can't even blame Connection at that point.
And they have pretty good connection. New York usually pings out pretty well everywhere. Can't really blame that too much. They just got beat, man. They didn't look good in the first qualifier. Remember,
they looked really bad
second round, they went last map
to
I think some team like Gossip Girl or something like that. No, it was Gossip. I swear, it was Gossip something. I don't remember the actual name. But
it's funny.
It was something like that.
That's funny. I mean, realistically, you look at the teams that went through. Not massively big names.
No.
You definitely would have thought your Strictly Businesses, your phases would have been going through, but no, they're not. So that means now We know all 8 teams which are going to be in the relegation tournament battle. We've got Elevate. Of course, that's basically Huddle, Select, and Classic. We have Optic Nation, Killer, Miracles, TP, and Karma. So that team looking pretty good.
Who gets in?
Looking pretty good. Well, we'll just run through all the teams. Justice, Automatic Reload, Team Revenge, Echo, Isolation, and Resurrection of Cole-Chan. In all honesty, I think it's really hard not to put TR through.
Team
Revenge looked just potent.
With Puckett yesterday, I had 2 locks. ON and TR. TR is 100% getting into Season 2. I would guarantee that right now. They will make it over either Justice or
Resurrection
AR.
of Cole-Chan, I mean, let's look at who they beat. Young Gods, ISO, Echo.
I would love to know how it works
through.
with regards to like seeding.
Who plays who?
I would imagine that the bottom of the Pro League plays the #1 team coming in, right?
Yeah, because the
So
the 9th place team would have to play the
right.
lowest.
I would love to know who has the most pro points here. Is it TR?
What about DT?
What do you mean?
Not
DT.
Here. Sorry, TR. Yeah, that's what I meant. Is it TR?
So then that would mean a TR-ON match first.
Then I wouldn't favor ON at all. I would still say TR would be. I honestly don't think there's a team in that list which TR can't beat online.
Oh, no, absolutely. I agree with you. I think TR gets in regardless of who they play. I think ON makes it. I think Elevate makes it.
Really?
I think they definitely make it. Definitely. Who's that last? You looked at me a little weird. Did he look at me weird?
You do you.
The last team.
I think it's kind of.
Call me crazy.
Maybe
For some reason, I think Resurrection of Cole-Chan.
Dude, I think the same thing.
Baker's really good online. That team, very good in Search and Destroy. I think they probably do make it.
So you got Resurrection of Cole-Chan.
Optic Nation,
TR,
Elevate, and TR.
Elevate. I would change Elevate
for
a team like Echo. I think that Miyagi West Coast, because of West Coast connection. Miyagi Mutation on West Coast, if they can get a little bit lucky with the way that hosting works, I think they could go through. Bold statement, but I really do.
You think that team is better than Elevate?
Better online?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Classic and Slack, you think they're better than them online? Huddle as well?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a little bit crazy, but... AR also, I can't think you can't doubt them as well, playing in that team house.
No, I think you can.
You think?
I think you can.
Really?
I mean...
They had a very strong end to...
Facento said that AR will 100% go through with that team house.
Right.
Actually, yeah.
I can see AR making it over Resurrection of Cole-Chan.
No.
And then the only team that doesn't make it back would be Justice. What do you think of the Justice team?
No way they make it through.
I think it's an odd team that was put
It's
together.
just not going to work. Sorry.
Why didn't they go? Why didn't Methods go after some of the players he was playing with on Synergy, like TCM and players like that?
Old guys. No idea.
I mean, they could have played with that team minus Bows and just replaced Bows.
All three... So you think Elevate, Nation, and AR plus TR go through?
Yes.
You changed. No more Resurrection of Cole-Chan. Resurrection versus Cole-Chan versus AR. Who wins?
Actually, for Resurrection of Cole-Chan probably wins that.
Exactly. Honestly, I think it all depends on who plays who. We would need to actually see
I would love
who
to
plays
see the bracket
how the
and
bracket will
whatnot.
work out, because it's almost impossible to predict.
Well, it's double limb, so I mean, obviously somebody can come out of losers.
That's true. I don't know. It's going to be tough.
One team that you would say is an absolute lock.
TR.
The one that you feel the strongest about out of that 8.
If TR didn't go through out of that 8, I would be.
It's a toss-up for me
really
between TR and ON. I think either of
those. You're that hot on ON.
ON looks really good lately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I would still safer money for me on TR. I just really think they've been playing really well. Of course, only 4 teams will qualify from that. So.
Yes.
Pretty tough. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I like the way it's done this year, like with that relegation style. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. One thing to also look out for, after champs, obviously, Face Black and SB, both teams, even the guys on Stunner, Vex, and Perplex. What happens to them after champs? Do they become subs or starters for other teams in the league, or do they stay as those teams and don't play in the league? I mean,
those FaZe Black guys, like,
They all find a
Can
team,
you
right?
realistically see? I think that team has to split up. Like,
I think so as well.
what would be really weird is that let's say either SB or that FaZe team get top 8 at champs. That's when they have to kind of look at it and be like, all right. I'm not saying that's possible. I'm not saying that's what I think will happen, but I'm saying if that was to happen, you then kind of have to look at it and be like, well, they just finished top 8 at champs. Why would you split? Would it make sense to split with not being in season 2, or would you just try and right? Because I mean, SB weren't even in season 1.
Right.
So they've missed season 1. Now missing season 2. But let's say they place top 8 at champs. Would you split? I mean, if they didn't place top 8 at champs,
let's say like Legals and Fears went to study and proof right now, and we're like, hey, come play with us season 2. What would proof and study say?
probably hell yeah. But if FaZe, I just dropped the PC. I haven't done that in a while. That sounded bad. But if FaZe, let's say that team's placed, let's say 5th at COD Champs.
Would you think they're going to place 5th at Champs?
That's not the point. If they did,
You think they're going to place 5th at Champs?
but if they did,
you think they're going to place 5th at Champs?
but if you did, would
Okay, that's
they
great.
change?
If they did, but do you think that's going to happen?
Dude, crazy things have happened, bro.
Crazy things have happened, but let's live in a realistic world. Do you think
Dude,
it's gonna
I
happen?
do live in a realistic world, but who knows?
Don't think that's going to happen.
Who knows? Who knows? We actually have an interview with Lay from the. I was trying to find part of the script, but Lay from the Brazil. You were talking about how we could have a potential. I had to fix it. Hold on. You just
Fix the PC.
You talk about it.
We're going to throw this to commercial. We're going to be back
I'm
right
breaking
after
things.
this with Lay break down the Brazilian qualifier.
I'm breaking PCs.